Welcome back to the channel. This is Asa Studio. Today we'll be doing some photo editing tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you how to remove all these you are seeing on the background and how to fix the image the way you see it on the thumbnail. Once again, this is Asa Studio, and this is a channel for photographers, music producers, card designers, and so much more you can learn. All right, so let's dive right into it. For you can clearly see obviously in the screen that we have this on the wall, or this crack and this decay that we need to fix even before it's actually distracting and taking away the beauty of the photo. So without even actually fixing the model skin or doing some frequency separation, we're actually going to fix the wall, which is the first thing that needs to be fixed. So, and I'm going to be using a method which is the frequency separation method before I start using the clone stamp tool and the patch tool and the rest. So let's start with the frequency separation, and Ctrl J twice the way we normally do it. I'm going to name this one color and then name the other one texture. So let's go color and then texture. So we're going to separate the texture and the color. Then the texture is going to carry this cracks and the rest, while the color is just going to carry the white background. So now turn off the texture layer, go to the color layer, filter, go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So sorry, my mouse is actually disturbing. So Gaussian blur, and then we're going to blur it. Let me do it again. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and this time around I'm going to increase the radius so much. It's because I want something like this. All right, so this looks okay to me, 16. And then I'll go to the texture layer and go to image, apply image, and so go to merge, choose the color layer, and then go to subtract. Now you can see that I've actually separated much. The more you blur, the more texture you are going to get. So the reason why is because I want to cover all this crack. So let's combine these two and then put them in a box, in a group rather, in a group. Okay, so for the texture layer we're going to be using the clone stamp tool. Why does my mouse keep, come on. Alright, sorry about that, the mouse keep giving me issue, so I think I'm going to need to change it. Let's continue, that'll be later. So for the color, no, let's start with the texture layer. See, texture layer, go click the clone stamp tool, and then we'll start sampling some places and replacing it. So like this alt sample, and then you need to fix it just like so, alt sample and then fix. So I'm going to do this for the rest part of the photo till we get something uniform, and then we begin with the other processes. Alright, one thing I miss, I forgot to change the texture to linear mode. Let's make the blending mode of the texture to linear light, sorry. Okay, so we know what we're doing, so linear light. Alright, so let's continue. Hold down alt, sample and area, select the texture layer, alt, sample and area, and then we continue with what we do, just like so. So I'm going to pause the video and then I'm going to quickly do this. So now that we're through with the top, I'm going to move over to this area. Mind you, we're still going to do all this place. So let's first start with the little ones. So same place, sample this side, and then fix the rest photos. So I'm going to do this also, and I'm going to pause the video. Then when I'm done, I'm actually going to play back the video. So I'm through with that. I'll move over to this area and then I'm going to fix things up. So alt and then select and blend. So sometimes I just need to drag down, select from here, drag down. Okay, so that's because the align tool is actually selected. From here, drag down. All right, so I'm almost done with that. Just want to do this somewhere here, alt sample, and then I'm going to cover those just like so. You don't have to bother about the edges. We'll fix that in a minute. All right, so somewhere like this place, I'm going to sample somewhere above the wall, and then I'm going to come over and then fix it. So Alt to sample, and then we're going to fix it like that. So like I said, you don't have to bother yourself about the way it's actually looking. We'll fix that soon enough. All right, so the same place. Now I'm going to zoom in and then sample from here and cover those places like so. Sample, and then okay, I think I'm going to turn off the align tool so we get something uniform like that. Just zoom in, and then cover that. All right, so we're done with that. I'm going to go over to this side. If you're actually going to do this, I would advise you turn off this align tool so it makes things easier for you. If not, you end up repeating what you've actually fixed. So you can see as I'm hitting clicking and fixing the rest, it's actually sampling from that side. Of course, we know the wall is actually the same, so sample from below and then fix somewhere. Just actually going to fix all this one. All right, so I've actually done half of the editing of the wall, so you can see before and then you can see after. So still we need to blend the color of the wall. Before we do that, I know you are concerned about this square. That is actually simple. There are so many ways to fix that, but let's continue with the blowing with the color mixer tool to blend the colors of the wall. I'm just going to increase the brush size, set my brush settings to this, and let's keep blending. So just like that, and click and blend together, and then you have a smooth color on the wall. So try as much as possible to make it white. So for places like this, blend the white, drag from the white to those areas just like that, so to make them white. So you can see how I'm dragging from the white side down. If you can drag from here, you can also drag down, and it's advisable. Also this place, I'm just going to drag down just like that to blend more. I'm going to zoom out. All right, so now let's pay attention to little details. Go back to the texture layer, click the content away, and then we want to fix this ones over there. So decrease the size of the brush and sample just like this. Alt, click, and then move and over. Alt, sample, remove the align tool, and just like that. So I'm going to do that for, you can see how I'm moving, and for this place, sample somewhere like this, and then as you are moving, you can see that the line, make sure you align the line together so to get what you want. If not, it's not actually going to fit in. So try and fit the lines together. You can see the line is not actually straight, so I'll try as much as possible to straighten that. Okay, so that looks okay to me. You can actually sample somewhere here too. Okay, let's take somewhere here and then you fix the image just like that. So I'm going to do this for the rest part of the image till we have something like this, till we have something a little bit perfect. Okay. So somewhere here now, I'm going to sample somewhere big like this. Alt, click, and then I'm going to move it over, and just like so, to I blend or together. So just like that. I'm going to zoom out also for this place, Alt sample, and then take it up just like that, and Alt sample, and just like that. So okay, so we're good with that. I'm just going to fix some little adjustment with the same procedure. Blend this, hold this down, and then just fixing that. I'm going to take it a little bit, sample, and then I'm going to cover somewhere like that. And so now I can make it bigger and then sample such area and take it down just the way we have it. So you can see where we ended up with just the frequency separation on the wall, and that is one of the best technique I'm actually going to use. So this is our before and this is our after. You can see the wall, the paint are weak and they've fallen off, and now we've actually fixed it with frequency separation. Now we can create a stamp visible layer. If you know you're not satisfied, you can actually go and do some other method. So method I would recommend is using the patch tool. So let me just show you how that works. Come here, go to the patch tool or the content aware move tool. So if let's say you want to move something, let me look for a place on. Yes, so let's just say you want to move this side upwards. So you can just drag it above and just leave it and hit enter, and it just automatically going to copy that layer to the place just like that, and hit Control deselect. So it's another method you can actually use if you want to fix your image. So you can also use the patch tool. The patch tool works the same way, only that it's you drag, you don't copy, you just drag it, and then it's kind of look for a place that is actually similar to those side, and then you leave it, and then it works like content aware. So we're not using all of that. If you know you're not satisfied, you can go on and keep doing that. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to just continue. All right, so this one, now let's start editing with the exposure tool. I want to reduce the exposure, and you can see some places are just over bright. So I'm just going to decrease the exposure, just the gamma correction, so as to have something unique. Okay, so if that is too much, we can decrease the opacity. Let's see before and after. So I feel like it's actually looking good. Okay, I'm just going to create another stamp visible layer from this one, and then you can see our skin. We can perform some frequency separation on our skin. So I'm going to do that right away. Ctrl J twice, rename this one color. So I'm going to be fast about it, and rename this one texture. So you all know the frequency separation. I'm just going to pause the video and then I'm going to do that. Change this one to linear light. So in the course of doing the frequency separation, I found out that the color of our chest is not actually the same with that of our leg. You can see this place is more rich in color, while this place is just too bright. So I'm going to fix that first of all. So let's delete the frequency texture layer. I'm going to cancel this just because my mouse keeps me. And in doing that, you know the method, go to adjustment layer, hue and saturation, and this time around we're going to select the leg. Let's just select the leg with this slider with the hand tool, and then we have this, increase the hue, and I'm going to move it till we have just only this selected. So let's zoom in. I just want only the leg selected. take it to the front or take it to this side. So I think that is the best place to select. So since we can't get that, let's just do it manually. I'm going to turn it on and then reset. So let's use the brush tool and select just the leg. Go to the mask, yes, the mask, and I'm going to, let's first go to the hue slider, turn it all the way up, and then let's invert the mask, Control I, and let's select our leg because we want to change the color. So since we make the selection of the leg, I'm going to open the hue and saturation, and you can see that I want this place to be like this side. I'm not going to reduce the lightness because the lightness won't let it be like that. I'm just going to increase the saturation just a bit, and take note when you zoom out, you can see not too saturated, but you can see the difference turning it off and on. So you can see it's just almost like this one. Also you can just decrease the lightness just a little bit, like -3 or so, so we get something like this. So better than before. Let's see, maybe you can actually also bring back the hue so it looks like the skin on top. So let's check out our before and then our after. So look at the before, white, and then look at our after. So it's still kind of reddish in color, so I'm just going to bring back the saturation. This one I'm going to make it 0, and let's see the sweet spot for it. I think that place -2 looks okay. Okay, all right, so I'm not going to increase the saturation. I'm just going to take it to -3. Looks fine to me. All right, so since if we can actually do that, I'll actually go to capture one, to actually fix that myself. So I guess a lot need to be done there for us to get this type of skin texture. So alright guys, so this is where I'm going to stop for the tutorial, and you can actually hit me up if you want more tutorial like this, fixing up background. I'm also on Fiverr. If you want to edit your photo, you can reach me out on Fiverr. Alright, so if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the video we post, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button to get notified anytime we post videos like this. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Take care.